When you wake up in the morning, the way you spend your first hour decides how the rest of your day will go. Most people don't realize this, but there are a few common habits that slowly destroy their ability to focus, leaving them distracted, drained, and frustrated. If you want to build unstoppable momentum, you need to be aware of these habits and eliminate them. The first habit is reaching for your phone the moment you wake up. Think about it. Before your mind has even had a chance to breathe, you're already scrolling through social media, checking notifications, and filling your brain with other people's lives and demands. You're training your mind to react instead of create. Instead of starting the day with clarity, you begin with chaos. If you want focus, resist the urge. Give yourself time to wake up, stretch, and connect with your own goals before you connect with the world. The second habit is skipping a proper morning routine. Too many people roll out of bed and jump straight into the noise of the day. No reflection, no movement, no intention. Without a routine, you drift. And when you drift, your focus weakens. But when you start the day with purpose, whether it's journaling, exercising, or simply taking 5 quiet minutes to set your priorities, you build mental strength. A routine isn't about perfection, it's about preparation. It's about telling your mind, I am in control today. And the third habit is starting your day without fuel. Your brain cannot focus if your body is running on empty. Skipping water, skipping breakfast, skipping the simple act of nourishing yourself, it all adds up. The mind follows the body. If you neglect it, your focus will collapse before the day even begins. Drink water, move your body, give it what it needs to operate at its best. Your focus is your greatest weapon in a world full of distractions. Protect it. Don't let your phone, your lack of routine, or your neglect of your body steal it away. Start your mornings with clarity, intention, and energy, and watch how the rest of your day transforms. When the sun rises and a new day begins, every one of us has been gifted the same opportunity. 24 hours, a blank canvas, a chance to shape our future. But what most people don't realize is this: the way you spend your first moments after waking will set the tone for everything that follows. Your energy, your mindset, your clarity, your productivity. It all begins in those fragile morning hours. If you treat your mornings with care, your day becomes a weapon. If you neglect them, your day becomes a burden. Now, here's the truth. So many of us unknowingly sabotage our own focus before the day even has a chance to start. We do it through simple, seemingly harmless habits that creep into our routines and slowly drain our ability to concentrate, create, and execute. You want to know why you feel scattered, why you get easily distracted, why your energy runs out halfway through the day. It's often not because you're lazy or weak. It's because your mornings are silently killing your focus. The first habit, the one that has probably stolen more dreams than anything else, is reaching for your phone the second you wake up. Think about it. The alarm goes off, your hand goes straight to the screen, and instantly you're pulled into a world that doesn't belong to you. Notifications, messages, emails, the endless scroll of social media, it's a flood of information, and your brain hasn't even had a chance to stretch and wake up. Before your feet touch the ground, you've already surrendered your focus to the outside world. Instead of starting your day on your terms, you're starting on someone else's. Every scroll, every tap, every piece of information you consume in those first minutes is training your brain to react instead of create. It's telling your mind what's out there matters more than what's in here. And so you lose the most precious thing you had. The stillness of the morning, the clarity that comes when your mind is fresh, the silence where your best ideas are born. Imagine what would happen if, instead of drowning in noise, you allowed yourself 30 minutes of peace. No screen, no rush, no outside demands. Just you and your thoughts, maybe a notebook, maybe a quiet walk. That simple shift could transform your day. Because focus is not about willpower, it's about environment. And the moment you fill your environment with chaos, your focus dies. The second habit that kills focus is skipping a morning routine. Too many people roll out of bed and stumble into their day with no structure, no preparation, no intention. They let the day decide for them instead of deciding for the day. And when you live like that, you don't lead your life, you drift. You may feel busy, but you're not focused. You may be moving, but you're not moving forward. A morning routine is not about perfection. It's not about copying someone else's checklist of meditation, cold showers, or journaling for exactly 10 minutes. A morning routine is about creating a ritual that signals to your brain, I am in control. I decide how this day begins. Whether it's stretching your body, writing down your top priorities, or even just drinking a glass of water while you breathe deeply, what matters is the act of setting intention. When you create a consistent ritual, you give your mind a sense of order. That order translates into clarity, and clarity fuels focus. Think about the athletes who prepare before a game. They don't just show up and hope for the best. They stretch, they visualize, they warm up. Why? Because they know performance is not an accident, it's a preparation. Your morning is your warm up for life. If you skip it, you're stepping into the arena unprepared. And when life throws distractions at you, when people demand your attention, when challenges hit you, your focus won't be strong enough to handle it. But when you've already centered yourself, when you've chosen your direction, when you've built momentum in those first moments, distractions don't control you, you control them. And then comes the third habit, one that too many people overlook: starting the day without fuel. You cannot expect your brain to operate at its best if your body is running on empty. Skipping water, skipping movement, skipping nourishment, these things seem small, but they add up. Your mind is not separate from your body. The two are deeply connected. If your body is dehydrated, your focus will blur. If your energy is low, your mind will wander. If your blood sugar crashes because you haven't eaten, your willpower will crumble. So many people try to power through their mornings with nothing but caffeine and adrenaline. They think, I'll just push myself harder. But you cannot outwork biology. Your brain is a tool. And like any tool, it needs maintenance. A simple glass of water when you wake up rehydrates your system after hours of sleep. A light stretch or even a short walk sends oxygen flowing through your body, waking your brain. A balanced breakfast, something clean and simple, not heavy or sugary, provides the energy you need to stay sharp. These are not luxuries, they are investments. Because every minute you spend fueling yourself in the morning pays back hours of productivity later. Now, here's the part that matters most. These habits are not just about mornings, they're about identity. Every time you choose to start your day with discipline, you are telling yourself a story. I am someone who values my time. I am someone who protects my focus. I am someone who takes charge of my life. That identity builds confidence, and confidence builds momentum. Momentum builds results. On the other hand, every time you roll over and drown yourself in notifications, every time you skip intention and let the day push you around, every time you neglect your body, you're telling yourself a very different story. I am reactive. I am distracted. I am unprepared. And even if you don't say those words out loud, your mind hears them. It starts to believe them. Over time, those small choices add up into a lifestyle, and that lifestyle either takes you closer to your goals or it keeps you trapped in mediocrity. Ask yourself this: how many days of your life have been lost, not because you lacked talent or opportunity, but because you lacked focus? How many dreams have been delayed, not because they were impossible, but because you were too distracted to pursue them with intensity? The cost of these morning habits is not just wasted hours, it's wasted potential. But the good news is this: change is simple. You don't need to redesign your entire life overnight. You don't need to become a monk or wake up at 4 a.m. What you need is awareness and then consistency. You need to decide, starting tomorrow, that you will not hand over your focus to your phone. You will not stumble into the day without intention. You will not neglect your body. Instead, you will choose clarity. You will choose preparation. You will choose fuel. The beauty of mornings is that they reset every day. No matter how scattered yesterday was, today is a clean slate. No matter how many times you've given in to distraction, today you can choose differently. And when you stack enough of those choices, day after day, week after week, you begin to transform not just your mornings, but your entire life. So tomorrow, when the alarm rings and your hand reaches for that phone, pause. Take a breath. Remember that your focus is worth protecting. Get out of bed with intention. Give yourself those quiet moments of preparation. Fuel your body. And then step into your day like a warrior who is ready, not a victim who is reactive. Your focus is your most powerful weapon in a noisy, distracted world. Protect it in the morning and it will serve you all day. Protect it every day and it will serve you for a lifetime. The choice is yours. Every morning you wake up, life gives you a gift, a chance to reset, a chance to start over, a chance to choose who you are going to be today. But here's the reality most people throw away that gift without even realizing it. They destroy their focus before the day even begins. And when your focus is gone, everything else crumbles. Your productivity, your creativity, your goals, your dreams. You don't fail because you're not capable. You fail because you're distracted. You fail because you start the day with habits that quietly rob you of your energy and attention. Let me paint you a picture. The alarm goes off. The room is quiet. And instead of taking that first breath of gratitude, instead of sitting up with a clear mind, what happens? Your hand grabs the phone. Within seconds, you're scrolling through messages, notifications, headlines, endless feeds of other people's lives. Right there, before the day has even started, you've let your brain drown in noise. You've given your focus away to the world. That tiny decision seems harmless, but it's not. It's training your mind to be reactive. It's programming you to chase instead of create, to consume instead of contribute. Your brain wakes up hungry, sharp, ready for clarity. But instead of feeding it peace, you feed it chaos. And then you wonder why you can't concentrate later, why you keep checking your phone every 5 minutes, why your energy feels scattered. It's because your very first act of the day was distraction. Imagine instead if you woke up and gave yourself silence. Imagine not touching that phone for the first 30 minutes. Imagine stretching, breathing, writing down your top 3 priorities. Imagine sipping water slowly while your body wakes up. That peace, that clarity would travel with you for the rest of the day. It's not about rejecting technology. It's about owning your time, not letting your phone own you. Now let's talk about the second silent killer of focus, skipping a morning routine. Most people don't even think they need one. They roll out of bed, throw on clothes, and dive straight into the chaos of work, school, responsibilities. They start running without asking, where am I even going? That's why they stay stuck. Because without a routine, you're just drifting. Without intention, you're just reacting. Think about this: every high performer, every leader, every athlete you admire has a ritual. It may be short or long, but it's consistent. Because they know that focus is built, not wished for. A morning routine is not about adding more tasks to your life. It's about aligning your mind and body with your goals. It's a signal to yourself: I am in charge. I am prepared. I am ready. Your routine could be as simple as 5 minutes of journaling, 10 push-ups, and writing down the single most important thing you need to do today. Or it could be longer: meditation, reading, exercise. The specific details don't matter as much as the consistency. What matters is that you begin the day by telling your brain, this is the direction we're going. This is the standard we hold. Without that, distractions will eat you alive, because the world will always have demands. Emails, texts, responsibilities, they're endless. But if you step into your day unprepared, you will spend your hours serving everything but your own vision. And then, at night, you'll wonder why you feel drained but unaccomplished. It's because you skipped the foundation. Your routine is the anchor that keeps you steady when the storm of life hits. And then, there's the third habit, the one people ignore because they think they can outsmart biology. The habit of starting the day without fuel. Think about it: your body has just gone 6, 7, maybe 8 hours with no water, no food, no movement. You wake up dehydrated, stiff, and low on energy. Yet so many people roll into their day without hydrating, without stretching, without giving their body the fuel it needs. They might grab coffee and hope caffeine will carry them. But caffeine is not fuel, it's borrowed energy. And every loan must be paid back with interest in the form of fatigue, irritability, and loss of focus. Your brain is only as sharp as the body that carries it. If your body is tired, tense, and running on empty, your mind will wander. You can't expect high performance from a system you're neglecting. Something as small as a glass of water, a few minutes of stretching, or a balanced breakfast can completely transform your focus. It's not about eating a feast or running a marathon every morning. It's about giving your body the basic care it needs so your mind can operate at its highest level. Here's the truth: your mornings are either making you or breaking you. If you protect your mornings, you protect your focus. And if you protect your focus, you protect your future. But if you allow these habits, mindless scrolling, skipping routines, neglecting your body, to dominate, you're setting yourself up for failure before the day even begins. Let me ask you, how many dreams have died not because you didn't have the skill, Not because you didn't have the opportunity, but because you didn't have the focus to follow through. How many times have you promised yourself, tomorrow will be different, only to fall into the same trap the next morning? The difference between those who succeed and those who don't is often as simple as this: successful people master their mornings. Unsuccessful people waste them. The good news is you can change. Starting tomorrow, you can take back control. You can decide no more phone in the first 30 minutes. You can create a simple, powerful routine that grounds you. You can give your body fuel instead of neglect. And when you stack these small wins day after day, something powerful happens. Your mind becomes sharper. Your energy becomes stronger. Your confidence grows. You stop drifting and start leading. It won't be easy at first. Change never is. The temptation will always be there to grab that phone, to skip the routine, to rush into your day half asleep. But every time you resist, you build discipline. Every time you choose focus over distraction, you strengthen the muscle of self-control. And over time, that discipline spills into every area of your life. You'll notice you can work longer without losing concentration. You'll notice you're calmer in stressful situations. You'll notice your ideas come faster. Your decisions feel clearer. That's the compound effect of protecting your mornings. And maybe the most important thing is this: you'll start to believe in yourself again. You'll prove to yourself day after day that you are capable of self-control, capable of consistency, capable of creating the life you want. That belief will carry you further than talent or luck ever could. So tomorrow, when that alarm rings, pause. Don't rush. Don't scroll. Don't surrender your gift. Remember, your focus is your power. Your focus is your weapon. And your focus begins in the morning. Guard it like your life depends on it, because in many ways, it does. One choice at a time, one morning at a time, you can reclaim your clarity, your energy, and your future. The world is loud, the distractions are endless, but your focus is stronger. If you choose to protect it, every morning when you open your eyes, you've been handed something priceless: another chance. Another shot at building your dream, another day to prove to yourself who you really are. But here's the part nobody wants to admit. You're probably throwing that chance away. Not because you don't care, not because you don't want success, but because you start your mornings with habits that kill your focus before the day has even begun. Focus is everything. Focus is the bridge between goals and results. Focus is what separates the average from the extraordinary. And the scary part: most people destroy theirs before breakfast. They don't even realize they're doing it. They think it's normal. They think it's harmless. But it's not harmless, it's deadly. The first thing that kills your focus is the phone. That glowing rectangle you keep by your bed, the one you grab before you even sit up. The second you open it, your day is no longer yours. It belongs to the world. It belongs to the algorithm. It belongs to the endless noise. You've barely woken up and already you've given away the most valuable resource you have: your attention. Your mind wakes up clear, fresh, ready to create. But what do? You dump garbage into it. News headlines designed to scare you. Notifications designed to hook you. Social media designed to trap you. And now you're wondering why you can't focus on your work, why you get distracted so easily, why your energy feels scattered. It's because you trained your brain to be scattered. You programmed yourself for distraction. Let me tell you this: if you can win the first hour, you can win the day. But if the first thing you do in the morning is scroll, you've already lost. You've given away your edge. If you want focus, stop being a slave to your phone. Control your morning before the world controls you. The second thing that destroys focus is drifting through the morning with no routine. Look around. People wake up. They drag themselves out of bed, they rush through the motions, and they start the day in chaos. No plan, no clarity, no intention. And then they wonder why the rest of their day feels overwhelming. It's because they never took the time to set the direction. Your brain craves structure. It craves clarity. When you wake up and go straight into the storm of emails, responsibilities, demands, you're already drowning. But when you take a few minutes to anchor yourself, everything changes. A morning routine is not about being perfect. It's not about copying someone else's list of habits. It's about building a ritual that tells your brain, I'm in charge. This is my day. This is where I'm going. Your routine can be simple. Write down your top 3 priorities. Stretch your body, drink water, meditate, move, read, pray, reflect. Whatever grounds you, whatever centers you. The point is not what you do. The point is that you choose to lead your morning instead of letting it lead you. When you create structure, you create focus. And when you skip it, you give distraction an open door to take over. And then there's the third silent killer of focus, neglecting your body. People treat their bodies like afterthoughts. They roll out of bed dehydrated, stiff, tired, and they expect their brain to perform at its peak. They think focus comes from willpower. They think they can just push through. But let me tell you something. Your brain is not a machine. It's part of your body. And if your body is running on empty, your mind will crash. Skipping water, skipping movement, skipping breakfast, it might feel like nothing in the moment, but it's everything. Your focus is not just mental, it's physical. If you're dehydrated, your brain literally cannot function at its best. If your energy is low because you haven't fueled yourself, you're going to lose concentration fast. You can't expect to perform at a high level when you haven't even given your system the basics it needs. Think of it like this. Would you try to drive a car with no fuel, no oil, no maintenance? Of course not. But people do it with their bodies every single day. And then they wonder why they can't focus, why they feel drained by noon, why their willpower evaporates. Your body is the foundation. If you take care of it in the morning, your focus will be sharp all day. If you neglect it, everything else collapses. So here is the truth. Your mornings are either building your future or destroying it. Every time you grab your phone first thing, you're handing over your focus to distraction. Every time you skip a routine, you're stepping into the day unprepared. Every time you neglect your body, you're sabotaging your brain. And over time, these choices add up. They don't just cost you hours, they cost you opportunities. They cost you confidence. They cost you the life you could have had. Ask yourself this, how many times have you said, I'll start tomorrow, I'll be more focused tomorrow. I'll finally stick to my goals tomorrow. And then tomorrow comes and you grab the phone, you skip the routine, you neglect your body. You repeat the cycle. You waste another day, another week, another year. And one day, you look back and realize the biggest thief of your dreams wasn't failure. It was distraction. But here's the good news. You can take back control. You can break the cycle. Change doesn't have to be complicated. You don't need to wake up at 4 a.m. or follow someone else's perfect checklist. You just need to make a decision. Starting tomorrow, no phone for the first 30 minutes. Starting tomorrow, a simple routine. Write down your priorities, move your body, breathe, drink water. Starting tomorrow, fuel yourself instead of neglecting yourself. Small, consistent actions. That's how you rebuild your focus. And here's what will happen. At first, it'll feel uncomfortable. You'll want to grab that phone. You'll want to skip the routine. You'll want to take the easy way out. But every time you resist, you get stronger. Every time you choose focus over distraction, you build discipline. And discipline is freedom. Discipline is power. Discipline is the foundation of success. Do it long enough and the results will show. You'll notice you can work longer without breaking concentration. You'll notice you feel calmer, more centered, less reactive. You'll notice ideas flow easier, decisions feel clearer. And then you'll realize something powerful. Focus was always in your control. You just had to stop throwing it away. So tomorrow morning, when the alarm rings, remember this, that first decision sets the tone for everything. Will you grab your phone and give away your attention? Or will you sit up, breathe, and take control? Will you drift through the morning unprepared? Or will you ground yourself with intention? Will you neglect your body? Or will you fuel it like the engine of success it is? Your future is hiding inside your mornings. Guard them like your life depends on it. Because in many ways, it does.